Hello everyone, it's Patricia and welcome to Tester Tuesday. Tester Tuesday is a series of Scentsy review videos where we review 2 scents from a giant selection of testers that I have. And at the end of the video, everyone votes on which ones I warm. So it's a collective vote and I'd love for you to stick around and vote at the end if you're new. So let's review last week's votes. In first place, I do not have a bar, but I have my used up testers. It was a darkish purple wax and it was sparkling black plum and it had 34% of the vote. And in second place, I do happen to have a bar. It's kind of a lightish brown wax called All You Need Is Love. And this one had 27% of the vote. So the voting order, in case you're interested, it went from highest to lowest. Sparkling black plum, All You Need Is Love, Orange You Glad, Gingerbread Donut, Cinnamon Vanilla, and with only 2% of the vote, poor little farm stand pumpkin didn't do very well. And again, some of those scents are out of season, so that could be why. But let's talk about our first place scent, which is Sparkling Black Plum. This is retired. I believe it was last available August 31st, 2017, and then it went into the Scentsy vault. Now, this was in the spring and summer selection, I believe. Fragrance appeal, cold and warm, is about 7 out of 10 because I love anything with like a plum vibe. And I would say on cold, this is about a medium intensity. So I'll read you the scent description for Sparkling Black Plum. It says, toast to TAROCCO orange, black plum, and blueberry champagne. So I looked up what TAROCCO orange was, and it's actually a variation of a blood orange. And if you haven't tried a blood orange, you really should. I love them. Blood orange is when you cut into them, they're very vibrant and beautiful. So that kind of gives it like a sweet, tangy, orange kind of twist. But blood oranges are a little bit deeper and richer, so they kind of look scary, but don't be scared of them. The second note was black plum, and I loved plum scents. As a kid, I couldn't get enough plums, and I prefer black plums over the reddish plums. This third note is blueberry champagne. So let me start off by saying I do not get any fizz vibe from this whatsoever. I don't know if... very little, if any. When it's in the warmer, I don't really get a lot of fizz notes. The blueberry to me and the black plum, when you put those together, it kind of reminds me a little bit of something like a blackberry jam. This whole scent kind of reminds me of if you were having toast and you wanted to put something on your toast and you couldn't decide if you wanted orange marmalade or blackberry jam. So you put blackberry jam on the majority of your toast and then just on a little corner you put orange marmalade. Because I get mostly like a blackberry jam vibe, not a perfumey blackberry, just a beautiful blackberry sweet and tart. And then a little bit of zing from that orange and very little fizz. So if you're not a fizz lover, I'm not a fizz lover myself, you probably still enjoy this scent. So basically I had a party and a mini. Now this mini was not in any kind of container, like a plastic container. And these bags are not polypropylene bags. So let's go into the performance of this scent with that in mind. These kind of bags do not lock in the scent. The bags that kind of lock in the scent, they really crinkle and make a loud noise. Those are polypropylene bags. And they're specific bags that are kind of used by a lot of vendor wax companies to kind of help preserve the scent. So I put these in my daughter's room. So it's about 1.5 cubes with an asterisk because I'm not sure about this one. And I usually use 2 cubes in there, so it's going to actually be a little bit lower, probably right off the bat because I didn't use my normal amount. But I would say strength and throw max was 6 to 6.5. It kind of surprised me it wasn't a bit stronger. And I only had it lasting 15 hours over a 2-day span. So performance for me was a little bit lackluster. I was a little bit underwhelmed. But it was a nice scent. When I got really close to the warmer to try to smell it, I was getting a familiar vibe and I wasn't sure what, but also if you get really close to the warmer and inhale, it kind of reminded me of like that smell you get after you've been in a tanning booth, which hopefully no one does anymore. But anyway, so I'm not really sure about the reliability of the testers. It wasn't a bad smell, it was just a different smell. But I would say if I had access to a bar, I would like to give that a try because I think I might get better results with a whole bar and using my normal amount. But if you can get a hold of this somewhere where it gets voted back and bring back my bar, if you like scents like blackberry orange marmalade, you might like this scent. I would say you could probably warm it most places, but not open concept area from my experience, and not in a bathroom because it's more of a fruity kind of scent. So let's move on to scent number 2, which is All You Need Is Love. This one here, I had 1 party tester and 2 mini testers. And what I do with these testers, I just take my curved spatula and pry the wax out into my warmers. So I put it right here in my bedroom in my 25-watt bulb warmer. Fragrance appeal on cold is about 7 out of 10, but on warm it went up. So I'll tell you in a second. So on cold, I would say this is fairly strong. It's like a medium to strong scent. Maybe more medium, it's hard to say. This one is retired. It actually came out last spring and summer of 2018. It was around for 1 season as a new release, then it went away. If I had to put it in a category, I would say a bakery category. It's kind of like an edible smelling scent. So the scent description for this is whisper sweet somethings with coconut sugar, creamy vanilla, and Bing cherry. Okay, so this is a sweet scent, and it says coconut sugar. So what it reminds me of, if you've ever seen decorating sugar, it's like big little crunchy bits of sugar. Sometimes they put them on top of bakery muffins or pies, and they're beautiful, they sparkle. Well, you can get that kind of sugar, and I think it's called demerara sugar, or I might be mispronouncing it, but it's almost like a light brown color, kind of this color, and it has a little bit, anything brown sugar has a tiny bit of molasses. So does this smell like molasses? Not really. To me, it smells more like a caramel or a dulce de leche. But take those little brown, beautiful, sparkling sugar crystals and kind of coat them with like a coconut oil. So not like coconut that you would sprinkle on things, but you know how coconut oil has like a very soft, beautiful scent, but muted? That's what I get with this. The creamy vanilla kind of rounds it out. To me, it kind of gives that caramel tone to it, or a dulce de leche vibe mixed with that sugar. It's really nice. I would say fragrance appeal on warm went up to about 8 out of 10 for me. I've only warmed this minimally, and I'll explain here in a second. But Bing cherry. If you're scared of cherry, I would not worry about that note. I don't put it in the warmer and say, oh my gosh, I smell Bing cherry. But there is a special something in the background, a little special secret ingredient. It could be the Bing cherry that kind of gives it a little bit of a special twist, but I really like this scent. The other thing, I did warm this last season in my tester, and I had a pretty good result from my memory. I didn't rewatch that video, but this scent seems stronger to me this time around. So these bars are, see if I can see it here. This one was poured, oh, I can't see it. I see 2018. I can't really read it. It's hard to read the lighting in here. I had to bring the blinds down. But this is at least, I would say, a year old. So it definitely seems stronger. So I put it in here, and strength and throw it 8.5 out of 10 at least, maybe up to 9 max. It was pretty intense with my two cubes. I had it going over 3 days, a 22-hour time frame. Now, it still has the tiniest bit of scent, but at this stage, you know, I'm not warming it for that tiny little bit of scent. I'm just going to remove it. But sometimes I wonder if the Bing cherry scared people away and they didn't want to purchase this. The other thing I wonder is if this came out in the wrong season and people may think of it more as a fall and winter kind of vibe, and maybe that's why it didn't stick around. But this is actually nice. I kind of wish this was back. Now, in saying that, you can actually access this scent. If you have a diffuser, you can get the oil called coconut sugar, and it is the oil version of this scent. So I'll definitely be picking up some of that because I think I might have a small 5 ml bottle, but I definitely want a big bottle of this. I would say if you like scents, I mean, this one's hard. If you like caramel vanilla delight, if you like sweet cream spice, you may enjoy this type of scent. It's a good one. If you can track it down, maybe give it a try and see what you think. Now, the funny thing is my friend Adrian, who sometimes you see comment on my videos, we were trying to figure out a good mix with Amber Hollow to kind of kill the Amber Hollow vibe. So she said this seems to kill some of the Amber Hollow vibe if you want to dilute it. Yes, it does help dilute Amber Hollow. But now after warming it by itself, I'm not wasting it on Amber Hollow. I'm going to make sure I use it just by itself. So that's it. So yeah, 2 different scents this week. Definitely preferred All You Need Is Love. Both are retired, but if I said you need to put your vote somewhere on a Bring Back My Bar scent, I would go with All You Need Is Love. Or if you really want to enjoy it now, pick it up in the oil, coconut sugar oil. So we're going to draw 6 scents for you guys to vote on. Everybody can vote for 2 scents each. Please pick 2 different scents If you cannot comment down in the comment section below on YouTube videos, find me on Instagram and put your vote there, and I'll be happy to tell your vote. I cut off the vote early Wednesday morning, so try to make sure you look at the post and see if voting is still going so you don't vote after the fact. And we had quite a few votes. We didn't quite beat the record, but it was pretty close. So this week, for scent number 1, we have Ice Hotel. Scent number 2, Sweet Pea and Vanilla. Sorry, I'm going to move them so I can reread them once I'm done here. Scent number 3, Vanilla Oud. O-U-D. Scent number 4, Sheer Leather. Don't let my smiling sway you. All right, scent number 5. Let's pick a big one. Luna. Got some good scents in here this week. And scent number 6, let's pick a small one. I'm going to feel around. Sorry, I have a little bag to try to separate small from big, but because I've been rooting around, they're all screwed up. So scent number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is scent number 6. Mystic Magnolia. So let's go over the voting options for this week coming. We have Ice Hotel, Sweet Pea and Vanilla, Vanilla Oud, Sheer Leather, Luna, and Mystic Magnolia. I think this is going to be a tough race this week. Thanks for spending the last 12 minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.